All right. All-Star Game 2025. Right now, National League is leading 6-4. And man, some scary stuff, man. Munoz got hit in, I mean, not Munoz, you hear me? Freaking Eugenio Suarez got hit in the hand. You never want to see that in an All-Star game. That's a team's worst nightmare right there. To have your star player, especially somebody that you're looking to trade before the All-Star break, get injured like that. Yeah, that's not good. Definitely not good. Got Ellie De La Cruz up. I was hoping this game would be over by now, but I guess not. I mean, all in all, the All-Star game, I mean, the pre-game celebrations, the red carpet, the home run derby yesterday. It wasn't too bad. I think the home run derby's lost a lot of its flair, especially when you don't have like your major home run hitters competing in it. They did have Kyle Riley, who actually won it. But even the home run derby had a lot of controversy, man, around it. Let's see what Ellie does here. Mm. Flies it to Stephen Kwan in left field. And that's going to do it. We're going to the top. Well, actually, that's 2 outs. 2 outs. My bad. But yeah, the home run derby yesterday. I mean, it was cool. I guess it's not the same to me. Honestly, for me, it's not the same, especially when you don't have your top guys. And I understand why guys like Aaron Judge don't want to do it. I get it, man. I really do. And we'll get into Jazz Chisholm's performance and all of that stuff. I really think that Jazz, the only reason he did it, I think MLB approached him and was like, "Hey, you know, you do the home run derby, and we'll put you in the All-Star game." And he was like, "Okay." But I'll be honest, if you was expecting him to go up there and like put on a show and win it, um, I don't know what to tell you. I kind of knew. I knew he wasn't going to be able to win that thing. After the home run derby, he was talking about that he didn't want to lose his swing, so he didn't change his swing, anything like that, and that's cool and all, I guess. But even if he did, I don't think he wasn't gonna go far anyway. You got Stowers batting. At least Judge did the home run derby once. I wish he did it again, which I don't expect unless Yankee Stadium gets the All-Star game again. Yeah, I think that's the only way he'll do it. Or maybe like towards the end of his career, maybe he'll do it. The last time he did it, right? He said after that, I think he ended up getting hurt too. Like he wasn't the same after that. Man, that home run derby takes a lot out of you. It really does. And he's making money, man. For a guy like you know, for Jazz, well, Jazz makes money too, but certain guys is not making money. That's $1 million on the line. Yeah, that's a lot of money right there. That's a lot of money, but it was all right. It was all right. I'll say that. Let's see if Munoz is tipping pitchers, right? They say he was tipping pitchers versus the Yankees. I don't think he was tipping pitchers. I think the Yankees were just, they were stealing, not stealing signs either, because you can't even do that anymore. Now with the whatchamacallit, the freaking not the pitch clock, but the headset they wear. I think the Yankees, they were able to see the ball in his hand, from first base. They were stealing the pitch grip and then relaying it to the run on second, and he was relaying it to the batter, which is fair. You could do that. It's not illegal. If you show me the pitch, that's on you. Austin Cruz says it was his rookie season. He did the contest. I don't remember him getting hurt in the second half of that year. Yeah, but he wasn't the same. And he said it that he don't think he would do it it takes a lot out of you, man. In his rookie year, I don't think he got hurt, but he definitely, you know, he had a good rookie season, obviously. 52 home runs, or was it 50, whatever it was. But, there's a reason why he said he wouldn't do it again. But yeah, man, halfway through the season, it feels like time is flying. The season went by quick. It really did, man. And I tell you what, I want to talk about like how do you think the Yankees represented well this All-Star game, being that, our manager and our whole coaching staff is the coaching staff for the American League. Um, they got Joe Torre out there, which is really cool. I mean, we don't have that many All-Stars. We have Max Fried, who's not even pitching, and even if he wanted to pitch, he wasn't gonna pitch anyway. He got blisters on his fingers, so hopefully that heals up before his next start. You got Carlos Rodon, who's a replacement for Max Fried, Aaron Judge, and Josh Chisholm, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. You got teams like the Tigers. The Tigers has 6 players there, I believe. Aaron Judge didn't get any hits. I think Chisholm got a hit today. Rodon almost gave up a home run to Ohtani. Thank God it was foul. I mean, but besides that, to me, honestly, it's cool. The All-Star game is, I guess, it's fun to watch and everything, to see all the stars there and all that. But it just, I feel like they need something to play for. I remember when they were doing the whoever wins the All-Star game has home field advantage in the World Series. And I'm not saying that they need to do that, but maybe something. I'm not sure what it is, but make it a little more competitive. But I will say this, right? The Major League Baseball's All-Star game is a lot more competitive than like the NBA All-Star game or the Pro Bowl in football. That's a freaking joke. MLB, they still do it right, but I still think that it lost a little bit of its flair. It's not the same as it used to be. Especially when you don't have, they need to do something about the voting system, right? I get it, the fans vote, and then they have like a player vote or something like that. But there's definitely players that should be in the All-Star game that are not, i.e. Juan Soto. Whatever you think about him, I mean, he should be there. I think Cody Bellinger should have been there, if you ask me. Um, who else? There's a few of them out there. A few of them out there. But let's see if the American League can come back here. They're down 2, top of the 9th. This is their last. So okay, Garcia down the line. Foul. Garcia's a guy that a lot of Yankee fans we've been talking about. We've been talking about him and Seth Lugo. If you could work a package for that solves 2 huge problems right now that the Yankees have. That Seth Lugo, obviously in the rotation, he'll make that rotation look a lot better. And then Garcia, you put him at third, that solves all our problems on the infield. Well, not all our problems. You still have the Volpe problem, but that's for another conversation. All right, chopped. Ooh, what a play by Suarez. Who said he don't got good defense? Who said you taking a hit on defense if you trade for him? Look at that play, man. See, that's a third baseman right there. To make that play, you need to be familiar with that position. Look at that, played it perfectly. Come on, man. Can we trade for this guy already? Can we trade for him already? And if he was good, and I don't know the last time I watched the All-Star game. I mean, I always watch it every year. It's just not the same to me, man. Is it worth all the hype? Like the title says, I think it's cool. Maybe if I was younger, maybe that's what it is. And if you were getting older, ooh, Yeah, maybe that's what it is. But I think I like the red carpet stuff that they do. It's cool and all, but I feel like I don't know. And this is for all sports leagues. The NBA is the same way. The Pro Bowl is a joke. I think MLB out of top the major sports, right? Football, baseball, basketball. Baseball does it the best, in my opinion. But it's still missing something. You know what I miss in the home run derby? Remember they used to have the signs like the targets. Like if you hit this target, somebody wins $1 million or whatever it is. They should bring that back. And if he says, I like Suarez's comments when he was asked about what, yeah. So Suarez, but I say this right. So if you don't know, Suarez was asked, like, will he be okay going to the Yankees? And he was like, yeah, the Yankees are hungry. And I'm paraphrasing right now. Bobby Wood Jr. down the line. All right, they down by one. Runners running in scoring position now. So yeah, Suarez was like, he pretty much said that he wouldn't mind that the Yankees they hungry, they trying to win, and he would do everything he can to help this team win. But you know what, NFE man, like, come on, what was he gonna say? No, this dude's he's going into a contract season. This is a walk year for him, so he's looking for a big contract at the end of the season. So of course he has to play it smart. He has to say that about every team, whether you know whether in reality he wants to go there or not. He's not going to say no. And you know what? I think that Suarez coming to New York actually benefits him for a few reasons. Obviously he's going to be playing on the biggest stage possible, right? Which is New York Yankee Stadium. Um, knock on wood, but he's going to be playing in the postseason where he could display his talents and show how clutch he is and all of that stuff. And he's going to be playing for the Yankees, man. Like, I think him getting traded to the Yankees is going to bring his value even higher. It's going to bring his value even higher than it is right now. The thing is though that the Diamondbacks they're gonna want a lot for him, and that's the problem. While the Yankees willing to do all that for a rental, and yet there's fans out there that say the Yankees should sell. I mean, the fans that say the Yankees should sell, I don't know what to tell them guys, man. Like, dude, it is way too early. Way too early. I get it. It's only a few more weeks, 2 more weeks to the trade deadline. But there's a lot of baseball left to play. And we're only 2 games out? 3 games? You can't, like, and we're the Yankees. We don't sell. Unless we were like down 10 games or something like that. That's different. That is totally different. But the Yankees are not gonna sell. Now, does that mean they're gonna buy and go all out? That doesn't mean that either. That does not mean that either. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm sorry. Yep, we're only 2 games back. We have a 3 game set with the Blue Jays in about 2 weeks. Anything can happen. The Yankees are not selling. Luis Duran says MVP. We'll see. Yeah, he got that big 3-run home run. Big 3-run home run. Did Pete Alonso ever win a home run derby? I don't think he has. I know he's competed like every year, but he never won one. And if he says to say the team should sell would make their past all season a waste. Um, Now I mean, right now it just makes no sense to sell. The Yankees are well in the mix. Whether you think that they could sustain it, that's a whole different story because they do have a lot of holes that they got to patch. Oh yeah, he did win 2 in a row, right? You're right. Oh my goodness, Jazz Chisholm just got robbed by Matt Olson. What a play! Man, Brendan Donovan is a beast, yo. Look at that guy. That's what I really want right there, man. Man, what a play. Yeah, I don't think that it, like, so if the Yankees were like really out of it, if we were 10 games back or something like that, then I'd be like, you know what? Yeah, we got to really consider selling. But that's not the case, you know. To sell right now will make absolutely no sense. It'll be like quitting when you're up, you know. It's like throwing in the towel when you're winning the fight. Like, why would you do that? It makes no sense. The Yankees are not selling. They're not selling. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, if they go on like a freaking 10-game losing streak and the Blue Jays win 10 straight, then that's a different question. That's a different story right there. Then you got to really start considering some things, but we're not there yet. I'm waiting for this last out. Edwin Diaz is pitching. Stephen Kwan is batting, and he's a tough out, man. He is a tough out. I hear a lot of people saying, uh, Jose Ramirez and Stephen Kwan to the Yankees. I mean, the amount of we would have to literally trade the farm and then some to acquire those two. I'm talking about Spencer Jones gone, Lombard gone, Dominguez gone. If you want Stephen Kwan and Jose Ramirez, it's gonna take something like that, like something crazy. That's not happening. I mean, it's good. It's all right to dream, I guess, but that's definitely not happening. I don't think Cleveland would do it anyway. That's their franchise right there. Man, look at that play by Eugenio Suarez. Man, I want that guy on my team. What's up, Andrew? Sean McAdder. I hope I didn't butcher your name. I'm just dropping in to hit that like and show support. I agree. They are not selling as of now. Yeah, man. I don't think, barring something crazy happening from now to the trade deadline, the Yankees are not selling. Okay, there goes. They tied it. Oh man. I was thinking the game was over here, but guess not. I guess not. What's up, Andrew, man? We're going into extra innings. What? Not yet. Let me not jump the gun. Wow. That's pretty good. They were down 6-0. 6-0. I mean, I'm going for the American League, but it really doesn't mean anything to me. It's more like I'm going for specific players. That's what I'm saying. They should put some kind of incentive. Some kind of incentive, man. Mm. Like the way they did it before with the World Series. That was cool and all, but it was kind of like it wasn't fair to the teams who play in the World Series because a lot of them you know they might have a few players or something in the All Star game. And then those managers are not even managing the All Star game most of the time. So I don't know. I didn't like that. Oh, they used the challenge. That's a strike. Damn, that thing barely nipped it. It barely nipped it. Yeah, man. Diaz gave it up. How you feel about Juan Soto not being in the All Star game, Luis Duran? I'm curious as a Met fan. How do you feel about that? What am I hoping the Yankees do in the second half? Well, obviously I want them to win, take back first place and all that. But I think most importantly, man, they gotta fix some holes. We gotta get the bullpen ready. The bullpen has to be addressed. Um, and third base. The bullpen and third base. And if you can get a starter, that's even better. But I think me personally, if I was Cashman, I would I wouldn't skimp out on the bullpen. I would try to like really get a legit arms in there. At least one, but I'd take two. I mean, like two pitchers in the bullpen right now will be freaking awesome. I think the bullpen at the end of the day, I get it. We didn't score. We got 2 hits the last game versus the Cubs and all of that stuff. I get it, right? The offense at times seems to be cold. The bottom of the lineup is, a big black hole for the Yankees, especially when Volpe ain't hitting, which he hasn't been doing pretty much all season. But for some reason, man, I feel like we already know that the offense, they can't turn it on. At any point, they could drop 10 runs and stuff. I'd like to have another bat like a Suarez or something better than freaking Peraza at third, and then hope for the best with Volpe. But that bullpen really scares me, man. The bullpen really, really frightens me. I don't think that they can hold a decent lineup, late in the game, especially in a postseason game. Oh no, they're gonna get smoked. What's good, Ace? You see, Ace is doing the play-by-play right now. My bad, Ace. I didn't mean to jump. I thought the game would be over by now. This thing is still rocking, though. They came back. And if he says 3 bullpen arms is what's needed, I think 2 will do. Yeah, or at least just one killer arm, man, in the bullpen. I'm talking about somebody that's lights out. That's what I really want. I really, really want that. And if we could get, man, look, the Yankees offense on paper, when you look at it on paper, is not that bad, It's just you need guys to do their job, right? I think the only upgrade most likely that's gonna be made, if any is made, is third base. That's the only place they're gonna upgrade from. And what are they willing to spend for that? I don't know. But even then, right? Even like let's say Eugenio Suarez, right? We already know the dude's a beast. He got like 31 home runs right now, or whatever. I got it, right? But does he really, really like move the needle that much, And if he says Kyle Finnegan from the Nats, Jake Bird, Jojo Romero are names they should look at. Yeah. That's a lot of different teams, though, a lot of different trades. I think if they do something, it's going to... Oh, excuse me. Ooh, where'd that come from? They're going to, probably do one big trade with a team or something like that. Uh-oh. Ken, what's up, Ken? Bam Bam, what's good, Bam Bam? You guys need a middle reliever in the bullpen? Yeah. I mean, but hopefully, right, when Yarbrough comes back, you could throw him in the bullpen. He can give you some innings there. But we need more, man. I don't think you could rely on guys like Ian Hamilton, Mark Leiter Jr. Fernando Cruz looked great, but he's gonna be down for a while. Mark Leiter Jr. too is down right now. Luke Weaver was awesome last year, and his the last few outings he looked okay, but we already seen him. He gave up like 3 home runs, 3 outings in a row this year, and I'm not saying that that's him because he was coming back off of injury, but Luke Weaver, before last year, he was a 5 ERA guy career-wise. So, I mean, to expect him to come out and be freaking a Aroldis Chapman who's pitching right now, it's just crazy, man. I think we need like a power arm. That's what I want. At least one power arm. Somebody's doing in there throwing 100. Yeah, they should go after Duran from the Twins. The thing is, though, the Mets, it's a lot of teams looking, man, look, and that's the problem, too, that I'm thinking. that bullpen arms, especially right now, it looks like you're gonna pay a premium for them. For arms in general, you're gonna pay a premium. So it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough. The Yankees got some decisions to make. They got some tough decisions to make. But I know that one thing for sure, man. You can't, the left side of our infield right now, it's bad. It's really bad. And with Volpe, look, Volpe's a whole nother topic, man. That's a whole show. I could go for 3 hours talking about him, and he really, 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 man, he needs to get his crap together ASAP. He really does. He really does. Because look, whether we like him or not, one, the Yankees are they're too stubborn to even move him, right? Two, there is nobody else to replace him with, unless you go out there in the trade market and get somebody. So, whether we like it or not, he's most likely he's going to be the shortstop for the remainder of this season. And we need him to get stuff together, man, especially on the field. He needs to get his head out his ass, man, to be honest. And do something, man. I don't know what it's gonna take. Maybe it takes somebody like Jeter or something. If it was me, man, I'd have guys like that or Joe Torre, since he's around right now. Have him go talk. Somebody needs to go talk to this kid. They need to go talk to Volpe and really just settle him down, man. Even the way he's talking to the media, I don't know. It's getting real ugly. It's getting real bad. And the way Boone is defending him and everybody's defending him, you can't defend that, man. That play that he's displaying on the field is undefendable. Like, even the biggest Volpe supporters are like, man, they're starting to take a step back. Like, whoa, what's going on with this guy? The boy Wonder 212 was good, my guy. Jacob, what up, man? Stephen B. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, man, my foot is all jacked up right now. Aiden says game is tied now. Yep. Yep. Oh. How was that fair? That's crazy. Ronnie Enriquez can be pulling out the guys nobody ever heard of, but he got some good numbers there. Freaking 63 strikeouts and 45 innings pitch. You know what? The Marlins have a lot of players that we can package something with them. Yep, Elias in the house. Jax and Duran would be ideal. The Yankees are making 3 moves at the trade deadline: a third baseman, 2 bullpen arms, and signing tucking him to. We'll see. Jaron Duran. I don't know about him. I think you meant I'm talking about Joel. What's his name? His first name, Johan Duran. Jaron Duran is a good pickup for the Mets. I think the Mets should go after a guy like that. Or Cedric Mullins or something. But even though Cedric Mullins will be a free agent, but the Mets could use a center fielder right now that can hit. There you go, Johan Duran. This guy's a beast right here. Even though he looked like he'd been a Rikers Island a few times. Why he got that look, man? Oh man, this dude look like he's from Dykeman. Griffin Jacks. Luis Duran says, I feel like both NL and AL East Division winners are going to be New York teams, God willing. I hope so. Oh, they're going to have a swing off? I like this, though. Instead of going to extra innings, just have the swing off. Who you putting up there? I want to see Judge, Otani. Hold on, let me put the volume up on this. Are they bringing in Rooker? Oh, come on, dude. Ruka, a Rosarena, and Aronde. Why? I don't understand why they. I don't know. That's a big, big miss right there. A big, big miss for MLB. I get it. They don't want their star players getting hurt. Uh, and I'm talking about Aaron Boone and freaking Dave Roberts. But man, you got to make them go out there. Judge and Otani going head to head in the swing off. I'm telling you, that's front page of every newspaper, every sports headline tomorrow. That's a huge missed opportunity, in my opinion, for MLB, for baseball. You got to make it happen. I mean, how many swings they get, Jonathan? Do you know? It can't be that many. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, huge missed opportunity. That right there alone, Judge going up against Otani and a swing off is probably something that you might never have this opportunity again. And they dropped the ball. I would have told Judge, man, go up there, Judge. Enough, man. Come on, you versus Otani. Let's do it. I'm shocked Judge ain't doing this derby thing. I mean, I understand why they're not, but man, if I'm baseball, if I'm Major League Baseball, if I'm Rob Manfred or whoever the powers that be, I'm calling down on the field. I'm like, you gotta get these two up there. This is an opportunity of a lifetime right here. And this is the problem. This is where the All-Star game to me misses the mark. But and at the same time, I get it, right? Because these guys, they don't want to participate in the home run derby because they don't want to get hurt or anything like that. It does take a lot out of them. Um, but man, you got to do something. You got to make players want to do this stuff. You really do. Like you got to add some incentive, whatever it is. Even though that's like as far as money goes, it's really nothing you could do for Judge and Otani. These guys are set. But Aiden says, Eli says, I'm glad Judge ain't doing the home run derby. In a way too, I am too. But that's what I'm saying. But for baseball, I would do it. This is a once in you might never get this opportunity again for them to go head to head in a freaking swing off, man. Like you got to make that happen somehow. But it is what it is. Instead, we get Randy Arozarena and freaking who else? Rooker and Aranda. Most people don't even know who Aranda is. He bursted on the scene this year, but I don't know. Luis Duran says this is why baseball is dying right now because of stupid decisions and poor leadership. But I get it though, man, because you got to think about these guys. They got to think about their teams and winning. But the bigger picture, man, for baseball in general, man, I think right now, if you had Otani going up there against Judge, my goodness, dude, that would be epic. I'm talking about every sports, even channels that don't talk about baseball, they talking about this tomorrow, and that they missed the opportunity, man. Oh, you didn't get it. They missed the opportunity. No, Aiden, we hear you. We hear what you're saying. Li, we got it, bro. Trust me. We agree. That's why these guys don't want to do the home run derby and stuff like that. I just said because they got their teams to go to. But the bigger picture for baseball in general, I'm not talking about the Yankees or the Dodgers or any one specific team. I'm talking about for baseball in general. Wouldn't that be something to have the two best in the game going head to head in the swing off? That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying, that it's a missed opportunity. Missed opportunity. It's funny Torres becomes a space cadet with Boone there and solid with Tiger manager. I mean, we'll see, man. We got a whole nother half of baseball to play. There was times when we had years, especially I think 2024, like the first half of the year, Torres was terrible. Second half, he was doing really good. I mean, maybe that's this year, right? Maybe this year is the opposite. The first half, he's doing really good. Second half, he does terrible. Even though he looks like he got in better shape too. He looks like he's in better shape to me anyway. I'm not saying that that's the reason why he's playing well this year, but it could be. It's a missed opportunity, but it's great that Judge ain't doing the swing off. Yeah, I'm pretty sure even if you want the Boone's probably be like, nah, man, it's not worth it. Mm. Man, I bet the Orioles are kicking themselves in the ass right now for trading this guy away. Nope. That guy out there, that security guard in the outfield, he needs to close that gate. You mess around and hit one over there, and it'd be questionable. That's gone. I'm not gonna lie though, this is pretty cool though. This is pretty cool. But come on, dude. We got a Rosarena going up against Kyle Schwarber and freaking and Pete Alonso going up against Aronde. Like, come on. My man said, I ain't ready 100%. I'm ready 100%. Aronda has power, man, but he ain't no Pete Alonso, man. Come on. And Aronda has pool power. He has pool power. Alonso, he can hit it anywhere. That's power. It's a different kind of power, Eli. Trust me. Eli, man. Eli. Enough with the idiots and the come on, man. Damn. Aronda has power. Let's go. Rosarena. My man's name is literally Rice Sand. That's his name. Nah. Oh, Schwab is about to put on a show right now. I wonder how they determine who to put up there. Oh, you're talking about Joe Davis and John Smoltz? Yeah, Luis Ariz is nowhere. They're totally different hitters, man. I agree with you, Eli. I thought you were talking about somebody in the chat. My bad, man. Uh-oh. Let's see Kyle Schwarber. Mm. Oh, that's gone. And he got that off the end of the bat. Yeah, y'all want to hear it? You know, let's.
If he could get it on his first swing, and he did.
It's not even fair, man.
Tied at 3.
That's MVP material if he gets the third one right here.
You see, this is what I'm saying, though, man. Like, you know what? I bet Boone picked these guys, man. Of all the guys you could have threw out there. My goodness, dude. How you got Randy Arozarena going up against Kyle Schwarber? Come on, man. This is some bullshit, man. See, this is what kills me right here, man. And then now we got Aranda going up against Alonso. Even though Aranda's no joke, man, the dude can hit, man. But come on, he don't got Pete Alonso kind of power. And Pete Alonso's built for this. This dude competed in like 10 home run derbies. My goodness. This dude's a beast. Mm. Come on, Aranda. Roxy. What the hell are you talking about, Stephen B? The details are on faces and clowns are better. What are you talking about, man? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, he gotta get the ball in the air. There you go. That's a good one right there. Oh yeah. Let me see. It could be just the lighting. You know what? Let me do this one. Yeah. I did not expect this game to go this long. Oh, come on, let's go. Off the wall. Oh, come on, at least hit one so we can see Alonso. It's Boone for. I want to know how they decided who's gonna go up there, man. Yeah, like how you got Arozarena going up against Schwarber and Aranda against Alonso, man. Come on. That ain't going nowhere. It's over. Bro. What a missed opportunity by baseball. Oh my goodness, bro. What a huge baseball literally they whiffed on this one, man. I'm sorry. I am sorry. The first swing off ever. I don't care how you do it, but you get Judge and you get Otani up there. ASAP. You get him up there. You have to. You like, come on, man. most people, right? Most even a lot of baseball fans, right? But most casual fans don't know who the hell Jonathan Aranda is or Randy Arozarena. They don't know who these guys are, you know? Um, yeah, man, they missed the mark there. I don't care how you do it, man. You get them two to go up there and take 3 swings. Hands like you have to. But that's it, man. National League wins in the first swing off. The first swing off. I mean, it was cool, I guess, but it kind of, when I don't know. I'm telling you, man, they missed the mark there. Somebody. If I'm baseball right now, I'm Rob Manfred right now. I'm banging the desk. I'm flipping tables. I'm Boone is in my office tomorrow. I'm cursing him out. I appreciate it, man. Boone had money on the game. Average Aaron Boone lineup. Yeah, how you punt the freaking the swing off, man? How is that even possible, dude? This dude punted the swing off. It's crazy. Probably could only pull players that are on the field when the game ended. Let's see. Who was on the field when the game ended? Was Schwarber on the field? Or in the lineup? I mean, that's a good point, Ken. I don't know what the rules are. Somebody look that up and let me know. And if that's the rule, man, that's the dumbest rule ever. I don't care how you do it, man. You got to get those two out there. You got to. That would have been one of the biggest moments of the decade. I'm telling you, as far as MLB goes. Boone just lost the game. Damn. We're going to play Boone on this one, right? It's crazy. The pun off. Stephen B calls it the pun off. Rob Saxon says, I don't think Alonso was. Yeah, man. Yeah, O'Reilly too, man. See, this is all right, and this is the problem, which goes back to the title of the video, right? Was it worth the hype? The All-Star Weekend experience. First of all, the celebrity game. I didn't even know it happened. I caught the highlights on Twitter because apparently they do it before the All-Star break even starts. They did it Saturday morning or something like that. I don't know, but that was a big miss right there. The Futures game, that's another thing that doesn't get enough publicity. I feel like it should have got more than it did. But besides that, right, the home run derby, the biggest things are the home run derby and the actual game. The home run derby, there was some controversy yesterday. Rooker was saying that he only got 38 balls. But that's kind of his fault because he wanted to take 2 pitches and see, but they allowed him to. I don't know. It's a big thing. Freaking Kyle Riley, the only reason he advanced to the next round is because he had a home run that was an inch further than Rooker's or something like that. So even that was like, and then even in that, I get Kyle Riley, he competed in it, but all your big home run hitters they're not even doing this stuff anymore. You got somebody like Jazz Chisholm. I don't blame Jazz for hitting only 3 home runs. Like even if he said he didn't want to mess with it, even if he switched his swing for a home run swing, he was gonna hit 6? Come on, man. I already knew that was gonna happen with Jazz. And then the game itself, I mean, it's cool and everything, but I don't like in the first inning. You can tell, right? At first, like when they had Scooby and Kyle Riley mic'd up, and you could tell that Scooby at first he was talking, but then when he was like, "Oh shit, I gotta focus on this damn game because these guys are hitting." I think that affected him a little bit, to be honest. You could tell because he just stopped talking for a while as they show the replay of Kyle Schwarber hitting bombs. I mean, what do you thought was gonna happen, bro? Even if Aranda ties it right there or hits another home run, Pete Alonso is going to come in and just put it away. Oh, my God. You got Pete Alonso and Kyle Schwarber freaking jumping up and down together. 2 arch enemies, a Met and a Philly.
Phillies superstar Kyle Schwarber, everyone. Well, you made some history. What was it like to participate in that?
It was interesting.
Yeah, man, they missed the mark right there. All right, take care, Andrew. Stephen B. Jason. If you want to make the All-Star game relevant again, make it for home field advantage again. Yeah, that's what I was saying. But I think a lot of teams had problems with that, man, because like I see where the problem lies with making it for home field advantage in the World Series. I see where that lies, right? But at the same time, you gotta give some kind of incentive. I mean, and it's only an incentive for teams that are actually in it, right? Like if you're the Yankees, if you're the Dodgers, if you're a Phillies player, a Met player, then yeah, you're like, I want to win this. But if you're, freaking Stowers or however you say his name from the Marlins, he could care less, right? You would think, because they're definitely not making it. So Batman says home run by Wisinga. Oh man. Yeah, the freaking what's his name? CC Sabathia hit a bomb. It wasn't even fair in the Celebrity All-Star game. I don't know, man. I didn't like the way they did the Celebrity All-Star game. This thing right here, the swing off, is a great idea. And it's fun, right? It's cool. I like it. But they missed the mark, man. You got to get your stars out there. You got to. And I'm not talking about your B stars. I'm talking about your A stars. You got to get you got to get Fernando Tatis out there, or freaking who we got in the American League that could go out there. You got to get Kyle Riley, Aaron Judge. I'm drawing blanks. Who else could go out there? But you can't get freaking Jonathan Arande. Caminero or somebody, man. You gotta get some stars out there. Yeah, man. I think they missed the mark, man. They had a huge opportunity right there to steal. And even though right now there's really no sports going on, but they could have really, really made huge headlines. I'm talking about not even in sports. I'm talking about in news in general. I'm talking about just news, like something like that. Judge going up against Ohtani. That you're gonna see that on Fox News tomorrow. You're gonna see that on CNN tomorrow. You're gonna see that on all the major news networks, on all the major sports networks. You're gonna see that. All the podcasters, even people that don't do baseball, they're gonna be talking about it, and they missed the mark. Instead, nobody's gonna care. Tomorrow we'll be talking about trades. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Baseball sometimes, Major League Baseball sometimes I feel like they shoot themselves in the foot with a lot of things. The sport is growing, but man, they have an opportunity, especially right now. They have a chance to really, really like put it on a different pedestal than ever before, and they don't do it, man. They need help. It was good, D-Rose. That was Boone. That's what Stephen B said. He said he had the punt off. Boom punted the lineup, the swing off lineup. I appreciate it, Real B. I'm good, man. I'm walking a little better. But my foot is still all purple and looking weird right now. But it's all right. I'm doing better though. I went to work today. I tried to go to work today. I did go to work today, but I was struggling all day. My leg was killing me. My foot, my ankle. So I took off all through next week. So I'm off for the next 10 days. I couldn't do it. Stephen B says they should add fastest pitch for pitchers, put 30 out, one round, see. Yeah, that'd be crazy, man. Appreciate it, Lou. My guy, LOU. Who thinks Suarez is going on the IL? I don't think so, man. After he got hit there, he made a freaking great play on third base and then stood in the game and tried to make another barehanded play after that. Granted, it hit his glove hand. I don't think he's going on the IL. I doubt it. Oh, no problem, Lou. Yeah, right now as I'm sitting, I could feel it. It's crazy because like gravity, man. Gravity's real. What we got here? Ken says, me personally, I would have liked to see you. Oh yeah, or Suarez, or something, man. You got to get some of your big guys out there. I mean, but Schwarber and Pete Alonso, those are two big. Those are stars, man. Home run stars. The American League, though, I think they missed the mark there. They really missed the mark. Rooker was good. But even Rooker, man, a lot of people don't even know who that guy is. Like they didn't put out any stars. They didn't put out any stars. And that worries me, man. Ohtani versus Judge would have been epic, bro. That would have been history right there. It would have been history, man. But they didn't want that smoke. They didn't want that smoke, man. It would have been good practice for Judge too. Go out there, man. Freaking good postseason practice. Get your nerves worked up. Yeah, it would have been something else to see Ohtani and Judge on each side. They missed the mark there. I'm sorry. Especially the American League. They missed the mark completely. Let me see if let me see something. Uh-oh. That's not good. All right. You know what? I don't think my leaderboard stuff is working. I haven't tried it in a while. Nope, it's not working. I got to fix that. Crazy. Crazy. But yeah, I mean, there it is, man. All-Star game over. That's it. It's officially crunch time, man, for a lot of these teams, and especially for my New York Yankees. Now it's back to business, back to baseball. They got a couple more days off. Hopefully, guys like Volpe, take this time to reset. Usually, Volpe comes back after the All-Star break, kind of rejuvenated and does better. So hopefully we get some more production out of him because we definitely need it from him big time. And Cashman, man, I need Cashman to really get on the phone. Now that the draft is over, right? A lot of hoopla about the Yankees drafting a bunch of shortstops. Some people think it's to replace Volpe, and I don't think that's the case, man. I think Real Bill nailed it earlier, and when NFE was on with Jason from 161, Real Bill P said, shortstops are usually the most athletic person on the field. You could usually move them anywhere, our first round pick, which is what's the kid's name? Freaking Kilby. Can't remember his first name. I can't remember the kid's first name, but he's a shortstop out of high school. Great bat, but the arm is questionable right now. He has some shoulder issues, and from what they say, even though I looked at some of his highlights, I don't see the funky delivery. They say like he has a funky, weird delivery, and the way he throws the ball, I don't see it, me personally. But if he has shoulder issues and stuff, so maybe that's a guy that they already projecting, right? Scouts are, Dax Kilby. Maybe they're already projecting to put him somewhere in the outfield, second base, third base, or something like that, I could see that happening. A lot of times when these guys get drafted, they don't stay at that position that they played in high school, or something like that. Like Cody Bellinger was like, even though he's a good first baseman to this day, but I think he was a first baseman in high school. So I would take that with a grain of salt. I don't think that they're, I don't think it's like a sign for Volpe, so to say. And that's what I've been seeing a lot, But Volpe is, even though the Yankees won't say it, and they have no incentive to say it, they're not gonna bash their players and stuff. I know a lot of us fans, we want to hear them say, what we see, but they're just not gonna do that. And I understand why they're not gonna publicly bash a player. and say, yeah, this guy sucks. What do they gain from that? It doesn't help anything. But behind closed doors, you have to believe that they're like, okay, this whole Volpe thing isn't working out. What are our options for the future, right? Because right now, I don't think it's gonna happen. And obviously, George Lombard Jr. is an option, but he is not gonna come up. Dax Kilby, he hasn't played. It's only minor league professional players. He hasn't played professional. But I'll pull up his stats over here. And look, even when kids are getting drafted, right, or recruited, their stats, their batting average in high school or whatever it is, it means absolutely nothing. It really does. Like I mean, it is something, but the level of talent it varies so much at those levels that you can't go, because a kid batted 700, right? And the kid that batted 200 got drafted instead. Because I've seen people like that. I've seen parents like that, my son plays youth sports and stuff. And I've seen like guys like, well, my son batted 500 and my son did this and this guy only, but it's not that. They're looking for tools. They're projecting. They're trying to see where this player is going to be in the future. So stats for a guy like Dax Kilby really means nothing. With Dax Kilby, from everything I read, where he really, really impressed people, is in these like these perfect game national showcases. I don't know if anybody follows stuff like that, or what's it, PBR, where these guys, they get the best players from all around the country, the best high school players to come together and play each other. And he performed really well. He hit against the top talent, and they're really good against these guys. But it's still, he's got a long way to go. Especially a kid coming out of high school, he's got a long way to go. I think them guys that got drafted, who went to 4-year colleges, they're gonna be more ready. Oswald Cabrera. I think you spelled it wrong, man. Oswaldo Cabrera. Boom, boom, boom. But let me see something real quick. All right. How you know what Cabrera can do? He didn't even play a third of the season. Oh, who we talking about here? Okay, let me catch up with the chat. All right. Yeah, Jonathan doesn't think Volpe's a long-term fit. Yeah, not the way he's playing right now. He's not. The Yankees would never say that. Cashman will never say that. He's not gonna go on national TV and say something like that. But you would have to. I mean, come on, these guys, they've been in the business long enough. They know, and Volpe knows that he's on borrowed time right now. If we had another shortstop right now, if Peraza right now was raking, Volpe be on the bench. If Peraza was raking. All right, Volpe better be gone before he hits his arbitration. I mean, they could use that against him though, and bring him back. He hits arbitration this year. This is his first arbitration. I don't think he's gonna get a huge pay raise at all. Not the way he's playing. Remember, Cabrera will be back next season. Yeah, but Cabrera is more of a utility guy. I don't see him as a starting shortstop or third baseman. I think right now he'd do better than Volpe. But remember, guys, remember this, right? Look, and I love Oswaldo. Don't get it twisted. But remember, he had throwing issues too. He had a lot of throwing issues before he hurt himself, or before he got hurt. I don't think he's the answer either. He was in there more as a stopgap until they could figure something out or get somebody. But that's not really. I don't think he's the answer. He's not the answer to left side of the infield problems, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree with Steven, but he's best as a utility player. Damn, Steven, you guys took the words right out of my mouth. Stephen B says Oswaldo Cabrera is a great utility player, not enough offense for everyday player, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't think he's there yet. He's not the answer, man. He's not. I think he's a solid player. He's a solid 8-9 in the batting order guy, every now and then, but he's not there yet. But look, Volpe ain't there either, right? I think if Oswaldo was here, I'd be putting Oswaldo over Volpe. Willie Castro, that's another option. I mean, there's so many options. It's going to be interesting to see what Cashman does. I mean, the rumors right now is that the Yankees are very interested in Eugenio Suarez. That's the rumor mill, right? I think even Jeff Passan said the Yankees are in on him, but so are a whole bunch of other teams. And then you got people asking him, and the fact that he came out and said that he wouldn't mind playing for the Yankees and he would do his best to help them win, and that the Yankees are a hungry team and they want to win. I take that with a grain of salt, obviously, because what else is he gonna say, right? This dude's he's gonna be a free agent at the end of the year. He's not gonna say, "Oh no, I don't want to go to the Yankees." Hell no, or he's not gonna publicly say he doesn't want to go to any team. If they would have asked him, "Hey man, how would you like to get traded to the Rays?" He would have been like, "Yeah, the Rays are a great organization. I know a lot of people over there." Of course, he don't want to go to the Rays, but he would have said that, because he wants these guys to drive up his value, drive up the price in the offseason. That's what he wants. Let me look at Eugenio real quick. Put this over here. Eugenio Suarez has got a 2.9 WAR. The batting average isn't the greatest, but 250. I mean, that's what league average. I'm more interested to see. Okay, here we are. All right, I don't know how Seattle let him go. All right, in 2022, he had a 4.1 WAR with Seattle. Excuse me. The thing that gets me, right? Like this year, obviously he had a surge in power. 31 home runs already at the All-Star break. Last year, the most he's ever hit was 49 in 2019. But we all know that 2019 was the juice ball era, right? Freaking Gleyber Torres had like 40 home runs that year too. But he does have power though, consistently. 31 home runs, 30, 22, 30. I mean, is this a guy, right? I'm gonna ask you guys this. Is Eugenio Suarez a guy that you sign on a contract? Is he a guy that you sign on a 5-year deal or whatever he's looking for? Because remember, he's 33 years old. He's probably gonna be 34 by next year. Is that a guy that you do that, right? Remember, I'm sure if the Yankees trade for him, right, and we're gonna give up things, we're gonna try to keep him here. The more I think of it, depending on what the Yankees have to give up, I don't see it happening, man, with Eugenio Suarez. Me personally, depending on what they have to give up, right? If it's something that they could part ways with, that they don't mind doing on a rental, then they'll do it. But I mean, I don't know who's this guy's who's his agent or anything like that, but I'm pretty sure, right? He's 33 years old. I'm pretty sure he's gonna want a multi-year deal, 4 or 5 years. um at big money, you know, maybe 25 million a year, something like that. I don't know. Is it worth it? That's what you got to ask yourself. Cabrera's clutch compared to Volpe for runners in scoring position. I don't think he's that much more clutch than Volpe, to be honest, man. Real Bill says you don't want to rental, especially if you're giving up good prospects. Yeah, that's why, the whole Eugenio Suarez thing, to be honest, I feel like it's nice. It'll be great, right? But it's kind of a pipe dream, depending on what the Diamondbacks are willing to take for him. Because for a rental, literally, man, this guy's, if you trade for him, you're only guaranteed to have him for what, 2-3 months or whatever it is. And then after that, he's going to be looking for a big time contract, especially with the year he's putting up. If he could continue it. And I don't think the Yankees want to tie themselves in or something like that. Skeens has fastest pitch in All-Star games since tracking in 08. You have to pay a lot and give a lot to get a good talent. Yeah, you're right, man. But I'd like something with more control than 2 months, man. That's the problem. And see, my thing is, right, I ask myself, if they go all out and trade for Eugenio Suarez, right? Are we a World Series team right away with that? I don't think so. We have so many holes to fill. We have more holes to fill. I think that, I don't know. Like I said, depending on what they'll take for him, I think you can go for somebody less sexier name at third base, but who could play the position well and give you better offensive production than you're getting right now. And then you go get yourself some real good arms in the bullpen, and I think you're in better shape. Analysts are saying they would have to give up Schlittler or Jones for Suarez. Yeah, man, it's a tough. I think the Yankees would do it. It depends, man. We're gonna see a little bit more Schlittler. We're gonna see him a little more here coming up. Let me see who's pitching Friday, if it's been announced. Oh, that's the wrong team. Pitching matchup, boom, 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 and voila. All right. Oh, no. Well, none of the matchups are out, so it's not going to show anything. But they play the Braves, obviously, on Friday. I wonder who's pitching. But Schlittler's going to get another start. So let's see. If he can continue to impress, then his value goes up. And then maybe the Yankees decide not to put him on the table, take him off the table. We need pitching, period, preferably one start and 2 bullpen arms. I agree, Robo, man. I think that the pitching is more important than third base. And I get it, right? That bottom of the lineup is a black hole. But to me, like, the whole lineup at times goes cold. We saw it the other day versus the Cubs. Like, there's times when, for some reason, the whole lineup just goes cold. And what do? You think one player, one bat is going to change that? Maybe, right? Maybe it does. I don't think so, though. So that's a bigger issue right there. It's a bigger issue. So maybe it's the approach. I mean, they're not able to manufacture runs, take walks, whatever it is, right? But when you see a whole lineup just become non-existent from 1 to 9, like they did several times during both those 6-game losing streaks, that's a problem, right? But then all of a sudden they erupt and put up 10 runs. So the offense is bipolar right now, pretty much. But the bullpen will not sustain, dude. I'm telling you right now, our bullpen, if the postseason started tomorrow, our bullpen is going to be blowing a lot of games for us. And then you got guys like Will Warren, who for some reason, man, I don't know what it is about the first inning in this dude. The other day, thank goodness he got out of the first inning, only gave up, like 1 run or something like that with the Cubs. But this guy, if he can't make it out that first inning, it could get ugly really fast. He's always like a walk away from really, really freaking just imploding. We've seen it, 7-run first innings and stuff. And we've seen it multiple times throughout the year. You know, early on in the season, he had a start versus Tampa that the Boone had to pull him quick, gave up 4 runs right away. Will Warren's another guy that I really don't trust, man. I don't trust him at all. Not in a big situation. Nope. He can't. You got to throw him in the bullpen or something. Do something, trade him. But I don't think he has what it takes to really pitch in those kind of games right now. Yep. Yassine says the Padres gave up a lot of prospects to get Tanner Scott from the Marlins. Was a Rensu. Yeah. They gave up a lot of prospects to get Juan Soto. You know, who's another Rensu, even though it's a longer Rensu, but I don't think that the Yankees aren't going to do that, man. It depends on what kind of prospects they're asking for. I don't think they're going to do it. I mean, be honest, you guys, you think the Yankees trade Spencer Jones for Eugenio Suarez? Or Cam Schlittler? Cam Schlittler I could see more, right? But even that is like, damn, you know. He seems like a good pitcher. You think the Yankees really do that? I really, really doubt it. I highly doubt it. In my opinion. Let me see if I go fix this right here. All right. Yeah. And if you haven't, man, please like the video. The like button's right there. Look. Hit that thing. And if you're on your phone, you gotta X out the live chat, hit like, and then open the live chat back up. And don't forget too, you guys, exclamation point the player's name, pull up player stats. Right now I have it open to everybody. And if you look in the description of the video, there's some cool effects you can do. Like, for instance, you know, if you want to throw smoke grenade, $ smoke. Throws it. Yassine says the Diamondbacks are trying to trade Zach Gallen. Of course they are. He's about to be a free agent too. Suarez could be the spark they need. I feel you, man. I like Suarez too, man. Don't get me wrong. I wish he was on this team, but are you gonna trade a top prospect for 2 months of this guy? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Dev says, hell no. Jake, the Cubs had 2 men almost every inning pitch. One got lucky. Why do you think the Yankee offense struggles against left-handed starting pitchers? I think they struggle against left-handed starting pitchers because maybe they don't see enough left-handed pitching. And just because, I don't know, man. You know, you got guys like, we got better at it, but when Paul Goldschmidt is when he's declined so much like he has recently, you know, it's tough, man. Yeah, Lou, I am adding more, but I just haven't, man, I've been hurt the past few days. I don't know if you guys know, I messed up my tibia, which is actually kind of like your shin, but I feel it in my ankle bad right now. And my whole foot is purple. It got better though. It has. But Goldie, you know, Goldie was batting like 400 against lefties, and he's taking a step back. Yeah, I don't know why they bat against lefties bad. You know, the only thing I could think of is because they don't see as many lefties, right? Guys like Dominguez, even though he's done better as of late, but guys like him, he had his struggles from the right side. He don't get enough at bats from that side. And then, I mean, obviously we got a whole bunch of lefty batters, right? And if you believe in the whole lefty-lefty matchup thing, that doesn't fare well for us either. So that could be a huge reason why the splits are so bad against lefties for us. Let me see. I'm trying to add one right now. I was going to add one recently, and I'll show you which one I'm talking about. This one right here. Did I add it? Put Superman right there. It's 2 in a row. Did I add this one? I think I did. Hold on. Wait a minute. Control Shift E. I think I added this one. I just didn't put it in there. But if you hit put laser, LASER, and it should do the laser eyes or whatever. The eye beam. What else we got in here? I got a whole bunch that I haven't had a chance to put in. Yeah, it's a whole bunch here. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be, man, look, the Yankees definitely Cashman got a lot of work on his plate right now. He's got a lot. And the whole thing, man, is we don't know how much Hal is willing to go over that luxury tax threshold. Obviously they're gonna have to pay freaking 110%, I think it is, for every dollar over like 304, and we're already there, so they're gonna be paying a lot of money. Lots of money. If they want to add on players here. Unless we could trade somebody like a Marcus Stroman, but even him, he don't have that much money left. As far as this year goes, I think this is his last year anyway. But well, we halfway through, so we probably owe him like $9 million. Another team will have to take that on. Are they gonna do that? I don't know. You know, I feel like the Yankees put themselves in a tough spot, and and they have themselves to blame. So now the only way to really fix it is to open up that checkbook and trade away some people that you don't want to trade. That's the only way you could do it. Or, you just go the cheap route and go in the clearance rack or the bargain bin and get a few pitchers nobody's ever heard of and see if Matt Blake can do his magic and hope for the best, And that's what we've gotten pretty much the last couple years. And how's that turned out, right? Has it turned out great? I'll tell you that much. I'm looking at a bunch of these things. I'll put this one for, let me see. This is for Li. I know Li likes anime. Did it work? Hold on. You got the Naruto. All right. Jake says it doesn't matter whether it's luck or not with Warren. In the end, the Yankees couldn't get over 1 run in that game. No, I know. Yeah, you're right. I mean, but what about the game versus the Blue Jays when he gave us 7 runs in the first inning? Or the one versus the Tampa Bay earlier in this year where he gave us 4 runs in the first inning. I mean, it's no secret the dude struggles in the first inning. He struggles. But he did get out of that one. I don't trust. Oh, versus the Dodgers. I forgot about that one. I don't think the guy, man, if that guy is pitching in the postseason, we're in trouble. I'm telling you right now, we're in big trouble. Big time trouble. Imanaga's a good pitcher. He's not a bum. Of course not. But I don't care. You should get more than 2 hits, man. With this lineup, you got to get more than 2 hits. And I get it, though. It's the last game. I feel like they just all, at that point, everybody's like, man, like, can this game be over with already so we can go on vacation? They had their bags packed, their freaking their private jets or flights, their tickets were all ready. They're ready to go. They had their families with them, the freaking car service, a taxi, Uber, waiting to take them to the airport. They were all ready to get out of there, which is not good, though. That's not the right attitude. You got to get some trades going to have a shot at any type of World Series. Yeah, they do. The Red Sox on a 10-game winning streak. And the freaking Blue Jays, man, we already know what they've been doing. Yassine says, what do you think of the Yankees draft results and draft selection? The baseball draft is not like football draft. It's not like basketball draft, right? Most of these guys, man, to be honest, a lot of these guys, a lot of us never even heard of, right? Some of them I've seen because it like just in the college and the NCAA circuit. Uh, it's good. I don't mind. We'll see. To be honest, we'll see. We will see. I mean, I'm not one of those guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna be like I see a man. I'm not trying to specifically call out trying to be people like, oh, and this guy and this guy. So he's gonna the next Aaron Judge, and this guy's the next Nolan Ryan. This guy's the. I'm like, look, man, we'll see, right? That's how I am. We'll see. As when you've been around as long as I have, man, I've seen so many prospects turn out to be busts. Talking about super busts. And we might be watching one right now unfold in our very eyes, right? We'll see. And I've seen a lot of guys get drafted out of high school. I'm talking about first round picks, first overall, and they just can't cut it in professionals. So we'll see. It all depends. It takes time, man. These guys have to develop and grow into that. That's the whole thing about especially baseball draft. That's so much different than an NFL draft or a basketball draft. These guys, man, we might never see them. You understand? Even that first round kid, what's his name? Kilby. Jax Kilby, I think his name, whatever his name is, we might never see this kid in the major leagues. He might never even make it a AA, so it's tough, man. But for people to be like, oh, and this guy's gonna be the next, I'm like, yo, my man just got out of high school. We'll see. We'll see. Hopefully, I think he's good. His bat is really good from what I've seen. But I don't care about the numbers. I don't care what he batted in high school and all that stuff. That's cool and all. But there's a lot of guys, like I said before, there's guys that bat 400 their senior year, and then you got a guy batting 200, and that guy that's batting 200 gets the scholarship to the D1 school or gets drafted over the guy that batted 400. And the rest like, what? This guy batted 400. That's not how scouting works. That's not how recruiting works. It's all about projectability. What can this guy become? I think he's gonna be good though. I think is he gonna be a major league player? I don't know, but I do think that he's gonna be good. The Cubs are having fun out there beating on us. Oh, man. The Blue Jays offense looked dead versus the A's, but then magically, when they played the Yankees, they looked like superstars. I mean, but they got hot after that. You got to be honest, right? The Blue Jays offense is a lot more scrappier than ours, right? Sometimes that's all it takes. I think this division is going to be a dogfight. We have got to play consistently like we did the first third of the season. Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. You know why? Because this division is supposed to be the worst division. The Yankees right now should be in first place without a doubt. You can't go what they went 16 and they went like 6-16 in a span of like 30 days. That is, look, and I don't have any stats on this, so I could be just talking crap. But I don't think I've ever seen a World Series team go on a stretch like that. That is not even just slumping. That's not a slump. That is terrible baseball right there. That's just you're getting beat on every aspect. And that's why I said we're being outmanaged, right? And yes, that's a shot on Boone. We're being outmanaged. We're being out hit. That's a shot on the lineup. We're being outpitched on all aspects. The bullpens, the starting rotation. The Yankees have to step it up, and they didn't close. They didn't close the half out well either. We went into the All-Star game pretty much limping. It was nice. We had a cool 5-game winning streak in there. Right, a nice 5-game winning streak. But as soon as we faced a real team, a contending team, because the Mariners, they got good pitching. They're a decent squad, right? But let's face it, they're not a playoff team right now, right? As soon as we face a real contender like the Cubs, that first game, we got it, right? But it kind of showed the Yankees, all our problems it showed up again. And Anthony Volpe, man, I'll be honest. Look, that kid, man, if he don't figure it out here soon, if the Yankees don't move him, man, he's gonna have a tough time. If he thinks he's stressed right now, he's gonna have a tough time. He's quickly becoming Joey Gallo. Like he's going down that path. He's going down the Aaron Hicks path, where the Yankee fans, we're just gonna hate him, And obviously not all Yankee fans, but majority, I can see it already. The Bulls are gonna start coming. They're gonna start getting really loud, really, really loud, and they got to the point like with with Aaron Hicks or Joey Gallo. It got to the point, man, where those Bulls became overwhelming, and literally, man, they got ran out of the Bronx. And Volpe's, it's sad to say, man, but he's getting to that point. It's messed up to say, but I can see it happening, man. He really needs, if anybody on that team needs to have needs to come out straight from the All-Star break, just have a good freaking, at least a good couple weeks, a good 2 weeks, before you start hitting a little slump again. It's him, man. He needs it bad, really, really bad. But if he comes out here doing the same thing, making errors, 0 for 4, 0 for 4, 0 for 5, 1 for 5, I'm telling you, man, he's gonna feel the whole weight of New York on his back, man. And it's sad to say, man, because I really do want him to succeed, and I think he can. That's the crazy thing, right? The thing with Volpe is that he has, more upside than what we're seeing. I know he does. He has more upside, but I don't know what's going on, man. He hasn't been able to reach that potential that's there. And maybe it's a Taurus thing. Maybe, it doesn't work out here and he goes to another organization and all of a sudden this dude finally figures it out. Look at Torres, man. I mean, it could happen. It's happened to a lot of players that play for the Yankees, right? But we need him this year, man. I'm telling you, we need him to. Look, another shortstop. I'd be shocked if another shortstop came out of nowhere. If they traded for another shortstop, you might get a utility guy, kind of like an IKF, somebody who can play short. But if his replacement came off a trade, that would shock me. So whether we like it or not, he's going to be our shortstop. So we need to get behind him and hope that he can pull it together. Yeah, I think we get buried if we don't make moves. Yeah, unfortunately. But we're not there yet, man. There's still time to make the moves. They got to make the moves. Boone also changed the lineup and didn't keep it consistent. Yeah, that played it. And I'll be honest, man, and I say this all the time. I feel like the fan base, even though us fans, man, they supposedly we're like the dumbest fan base, right? Even our own fan base, we eat our own over here. Now we freaking criticize each other and everything. But I tell you what, man, I think Jeter was right when he said this is the smartest fan base. This is, man, so many times, dude, with this team, especially over the past 10 years, I feel like the fan base, especially ever since the Yankees YouTube space and Twitter space has grown, we've been ahead of this, man. We've been ahead of even the front office, like pointing out issues, concerns that we see, that we see it beforehand, and the Yankees like, yeah, everything's okay, no, and then eventually they see it too. But the fan base, we like 2 steps ahead, in my opinion. So shout out to us Yankee fans, man. We're not dumb. We may be crazy, but not dumb. That's a difference. There is a big difference. How long we been on here, man? But yeah, so I mean, the more of the story is Yankees overhyped their prospects. Of course, they're supposed to, though, Yassine. What are they supposed to say? Yeah, we drafted this kid, but he's No, man. Of course he's supposed to. That's part of the game. That's part of the game. It's you as a fan that's supposed to be able to see through certain things. That's part of the game. You gotta overhype it. At the end of the day, these guys, they're selling a product. You know what I'm saying? It's a business, you know. The product is the players, the line, what they put out on the field. And not only that, they overhype a lot of these prospects because they trade capital too, you know. Of course they are. They're not just gonna say, yeah, we got this guy, but he's never gonna make it. You'll never hear them say that about anybody. It could be some random minor leaguer you never heard of. They're not gonna say that. They'll find something good to talk about. They DFA'd Hicks. They ended up DFAing him, and then the Orioles picked him up at some point, and then the Angels did, and I don't know whatever happened to him after that. They should trade him before. Yeah. It's business that's both tangible and non. Yeah, it's a business. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, sometimes I don't understand. Like when I see the post, like the press conferences and stuff, I don't expect Boone to go over there and just be like, yeah, you know, you're right. He sucks, you know, or something like that. He's never gonna say that, man. And I don't expect him to. And I think the minute he does, that's when he's really gonna get fired. You know, it's tough. Didn't the Nats? I think the Nats manager, right, the one that got fired recently, he went out and said something like that. He said everybody blames the manager, but what about the players? The players need to play. And look, and they kept him there for a little bit, but eventually he got his ass fired. People were comparing Volpe to Jeter. I don't know who those people. I've seen people are comparing right now as we speak, are comparing freaking Spencer Jones to Aaron Judge. All right. If you believe that, then, you know, I don't know what to tell you, man. That's what I'm saying too, right? That's why, to me, I don't let myself get too high on a prospect. You understand? I don't care what they're doing down there. It means absolutely nothing to me. Because that's AAA. I've seen so many guys rake down there. And I mean, freaking just kill it down there. Come up here and can't get it together. So that's why until I see a player up here in the big leagues do something, I make my determination when they're up here in the big leagues, right? And again, I'm not a scout or anything like that. There's plenty of scouts out there. There's plenty of guys that see talent. These guys that are going out and watching these kids from when they're young and they're projecting what they're going to be in the future. I'm not that, right? I need to see them here and now in the big leagues, right? Don't get me wrong. Like a guy like Spencer Jones, I look at him in the minors, I'm like, man, he looks good. You know? I look at the numbers, I'm like, that looks good. But I calm my, you know, I take a second, I say, you know what? But I need to see what he can do up here. Plain and simple. AA and AAA hitters honestly seem less streaky than the Yankees. Cam Schlittler is probably dumbfounded by the lack of hitting with this team. Yeah, but you got to understand, you're facing Major League pitching. I get it that AAA is the level below the majors. And then AA is below that. And they say, you know, if you can hit AA pitching, you can hit Major League pitching. But I'm telling you right now, the difference is huge. It's a big jump. You understand? It is a big jump. There's a reason why not everybody can make it up there. I'm telling you right now, there's so many minor leaguers that never made it to the big leagues. And there's so many that made it and can never stay. It's a big jump. There's a reason why these are big league pitchers. And how many times have we seen this? Somebody comes up, they rake for a little bit at the big league level, and then the scouting report comes in, right? They figure out your holes, and the pitchers adjust. And they make an adjustment, and all of a sudden, they found your weakness, and they exploit it. And I think that's what makes Major League hitting so tough. That once they find your weakness, they exploit it. And they're good at it, you know? And they will find it. They will find it. And then you as a hitter have to make the adjustment to that. And then it's a cat and mouse game. It goes back and forth. That's why it's a game of adjustments. And if you can't make that adjustment, look at a guy like Esteban Florial. I don't know if you remember this guy. This guy is a freaking legend in AAA, right? but just can't seem to figure it out up here. And I'm not saying that that's the case. I'm not saying that that's the case for Spencer Jones or somebody like that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I have to see before I make a determination, before I compare somebody to Aaron Judge, like I see a lot of people doing, he's the left-handed Aaron Judge. Are you freaking kidding me? There would never be another Aaron Judge, guys. You know, like to even say something like that is just crazy. You know, it is insane, man. I mean, can he be a great player? Of course he can. But man, you're saying he's the left-handed, the greatest hitter of all time. Now, probably, arguably, he's in that conversation of all time, but definitely the greatest hitter right now, right? That's currently playing. And you're comparing a guy who never took a MLB at bat to him. It's crazy. Exactly. Every pitcher is just throwing high fastballs at Volpe right now. Yeah, they know how to get him out. They know how to get him out. They throw him the high heat. He can't catch up to it unless he's cheating, because he will catch up to it if you keep throwing it. If he knows it's coming, he's going to catch up to it. But as soon as he tries to cheat and sit fastball, they start switching it up on him. They start throwing him breaking pitches, and then he's completely lost at that point. Real Bill says, when my wife is swinging a broom at me, I need to know if I should bob or weave. Oh, my goodness. You should definitely do both. Yeah. But anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate everybody joining. I really do. I'm going to go watch How to Train a Dragon. I think that's what my daughter wants to watch. So that's what we're going to watch. I appreciate it. Look, everybody enjoy this time off, this All-Star break. Especially for us content creators, it's also kind of a break for us. It's tough, man, doing this every single day. It's tough, I'll say. For me anyway. Especially for them late games. Oh man, it kills me. But look, we're halfway through the season. It's not over yet. I'm trying to be optimistic. I'm hoping that the Yankees make the moves necessary to really push this team, get this team over the hump, and I think they will. So let's be optimistic. All right, we got a whole another half of baseball to play. A little less than half. So it's not over yet. We are right in this thing, 2 games behind the Blue Jays. Yeah, they tough, but we're the Yankees, all right? So let's freaking show them. Let's show them what it's all about. They're not used to this. We're used to this. I appreciate it, Real Bill. You take care, too. Go to bed, man. It's past your bedtime. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. I appreciate everybody. On your way out, please like and subscribe if you haven't. Love you guys. Stay blessed and have a great rest of your week. Peace. Oh, wrong thing.